Welcome to another episode of Dread Captures, the ultimate destination for all things trail camera and wildlife footage. Our channel is dedicated to showcasing the raw, unfiltered beauty of the natural world as captured by some of the most innovative trail cameras on the market. Whether you're an avid nature lover or simply intrigued by the majesty of the great outdoors, our videos offer a front row seat to some of the most breathtaking and rare moments in the animal kingdom. From elusive predators and prey, to Bigfoot sightings and the paranormal, we capture it all on camera and bring it straight to your screen. Sit back, relax, and let's get into the captures. A hunter in Pennsylvania walked up on this young buck in the woods. And yes, I mean walked up on. I think the man was more shocked than the deer was. As he approached, the deer did nothing at all. He was seemingly frozen. In the video, you can see the animal turning his head. After a little while, the hunter clanked his antlers with the arrow, he snapped out of it and took off. As we watch it again, it is likely the deer is using a common defense mechanism known as freezing. This is used by many animals when they perceive a threat or danger. This behavior, also known as tonic immobility, involves the animal becoming motionless and appearing to be frozen in place, often for an extended period of time. Freezing behavior can serve a number of functions for different animals. For example, some animals may freeze as a way to blend in with their surroundings and avoid detection by predators. By remaining still and silent, they may be less likely to be noticed and targeted. This is particularly common in prey animals, such as rabbits, deer, and birds, that are often hunted by predators. Nevertheless, this is just an unbelievable instance to capture on camera and just be a part of. In August 2021, a 15-year-old mountain biker shared footage of a hair-raising encounter with a sizable black bear while filming his biking skills. The incident began with the boy emerging from the woods on his bicycle and passing through the camera. Moments later, he nervously called out to someone before reappearing on screen, repeatedly looking back over his shoulder. Suddenly, a large black bear appeared, heading towards the boy. Quick thinking, the rider used his bicycle to make himself appear larger and shouted, which was enough to actually scare off the bear. Instead of attacking the boy, the bear took his interest to the camera, before eventually wandering away, leaving the rider unharmed, luckily. Another awesome trail cam clip here from Bobby Wummer Photography. This gator here is enjoying an armor-plated catfish. Just crunch right down on that thing. Here we have some wild hogs. I bet the gator from the last clip would like to get a hold of one of these guys. This photo shows an image captured by a trail camera. It shows what some believe to be an adult and juvenile Sasquatch. While scientists are not convinced of the existence of these creatures, many amateur researchers continue to claim their existence and believe they are getting closer to proving it with photographs like this. Reports of sightings of these creatures have been made for years, some dating back to early Native American legends that spoke of the sharp chains. The area where this picture was taken, around Mount Shasta, is considered to be a hotspot of supernatural activity. There are strange sightings of hovering objects, mysterious lights, and Sasquatch-like monsters. Reports of sightings of large humanoids have also been made in the area. Let me know what you think of this photo. This is just a hilarious trail cam capture. After a kid kept telling his father that he was seeing a bear next door, the father obviously didn't believe him. He decided to rig up one of his old trail cams. And wouldn't you know it? As we can see, this huge bear has made a home in a crawl space of an abandoned home. Speaking of bears, while this home isn't abandoned, this guy's hanging out and about to have a little fun.
Speak to it?
No, I didn't speak to it. It's a black bear. They're bad bears. They can be mean. It just knocked my jacuzzi top over. And now it just got in my jacuzzi. Okay,
No, it did not.
yes, it's getting warm. It's just having a blast.
Yep, he's just making himself right at home in this jacuzzi. Someone bring this man a drink. The white-tailed deer is easily the most captured animal on all trail cams combined. Everyone knows them. They're the standard deer, so to speak, brown with a white tail. So it's not every day we're lucky enough to see a piebald deer. Piebald deer are not a separate species or subspecies of deer, but rather a genetic variation that can occur in several different species of deer, including white-tailed deer, mule deer, and elk. Piebald deer are relatively rare, with estimates suggesting that only about 1% of the deer population exhibits this coloration. People often ask about hunting. Piebald deer can be legally hunted in many areas where hunting is permitted, just like other deer with normal coloring. However, some hunters may choose not to hunt piebald deer because they are considered to be a rare and unique variation of the species. In some areas, piebald deer may be protected by law or hunting regulations. For example, in some states in the US, it is illegal to hunt deer with more than a certain percentage of white coloring. Obviously, that could include piebald deer. Anyhow, just an amazing camera capture, and it's crazy how their eyes can be sometimes black. Let me know if you've seen any of these around your area. Here we have just a great video of two brown bears slugging it out in Romania. In Romania, brown bears are a protected species and hunting them is strictly regulated. This particular video has been around forever, and it shows a supposed Florida skunk ape moving quickly through the high grass of the Everglades. I've never heard a good explanation of what this was. The skunk ape is a creature said to inhabit swamps, forests, and other wilderness areas, primarily in the southeastern United States and particularly in Florida. The skunk ape is described as being a large, hairy, bipedal creature that stands between 6 and 8 feet tall and weighs up to 400 pounds. It is said to have reddish or brownish fur, a distinct odor, hence the name skunk ape, and many people suggest that it is related to the Bigfoot of the Pacific Northwest. Let me know in the comments if you have more info about this video, or skunk apes in general. In this video clip captured by a trail camera, a 6-point Oregon bull elk has fallen into a wallow, and he can't get out. As the footage shows, the elk is attempting to free itself from the sticky situation, but he's just too big and heavy to do it alone. Recognizing the need for assistance, the elk began bugling loudly in an effort to attract rescuers. Finally, his calls were heard, and a team of people came to help, and they were able to free him. Just a great story. This next video is just incredible. On what was a regular day, a woman just walking her dog, her female boxer, when the pup suddenly starts to act strange. She veers off the path, finds a grassy spot, lays down, passes out, and loses consciousness. The poor woman is trying to help her dog. She's wailing. A good Samaritan is walking by, notices the commotion, and takes control.
What the heck?
He's not breathing at all.
Not breathing. Okay, CPR. Let's do CPR. CPR. Try to calm yourself.
As you can see in the video, the man is doing everything he can. He's giving chest compressions. He tries to clear her airways and even gives her mouth to mouth. And lo and behold, he is able to resuscitate the dog. Unbelievable. What a guy. The lady is obviously filled with emotion. She's crying. What a great story. On a scorching summer day in the UK, Meg and Jeff take all 3 of their Hungarian Vizslas for a hike, oblivious to what lay ahead.
We were walking along, just having a chat like we normally do, and then we noticed that the dogs were not moving.
The couple walks closely behind their dogs, but suddenly the dogs halt in their tracks, not focusing on anything in particular. It looks like they're frozen in time, but as you can see by the camera footage, the leaves around them are moving, but the dogs remain motionless.
And all the bushes, but the dogs were completely still.
I'm not sure what's going on here, but one of the dogs can be seen frozen mid-stride in the background. What do you guys think is going on here? In May of 2021, Yowie researcher Dean Harrison and his team from Australia are testing out infrared cameras at Springbrook National Park. Later that night, they capture this mysterious footage. The thermal imaging seems to capture a large, singular being hiding behind a tree trunk. Minutes later, there appears to be a couple creatures. One even bends over to pick something up. And if you look at its head, it doesn't look human. And on top of all this, the team said no humans would ever be where they are at this time of day, let alone at night. Bigfoot researchers are adamant that all of this aligns with what has already been proven. Dating all the way back to the Aborigines' caves, their prevalence in their storytelling and cave drawings proves they're real. And even when the settlers came in the late 1700s, they too had experiences with the Yowie. What are your thoughts on this strange occurrence? Let me know in the comments, I'm interested. I'm going to let this video play because I want you guys to hear the noises these koalas are making. Koalas are generally solitary animals and do not actively seek out confrontations with others of their kind. However, they may fight over resources such as food, territory, mating partners, the normal stuff. Male koalas are known to be particularly territorial and may engage in physical fights with other males to establish dominance and protect their territory. And of course, we all know during the breeding season, most males will likely compete for access to females, and fights may break out between the males as a result. Nevertheless, just a cool camera capture. Typically, eagles tend to hunt smaller animals, but the tables have turned today as a massive eagle takes flight, aiming to capture this fleeing fox. The fox is booking it, trying to get away, but the eagle's just too fast and too powerful. Despite the fox's struggle, the eagle emerges victorious in the end. A harsh reminder of the brutality of the animal kingdom and the survival of the fittest.